Greetings everyone, my name is Addervale, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In today's usual weekly morning live stream, I'll be covering a combination of both Virus Mid levels and other levels I find online, primarily focusing on the former. I'll be covering these for about 2-ish hours, then showcase art, and on a separate stream, memes plus reacts. It's nice to see all of you again. Also, heads up, my yearly vacation is coming up later this month. March 13th. I repeat, March 13th. So the last stream I'll do for mod will be on March 11th. Will be on March 10th. Excuse me. But yeah, happy late birthday to Oscar and Hyper. So let us begin with this stage, Choke Woman by PJ the Human, 19 place, score 6. Welcome Buster, Oscar, Daibuman, Pixel Boy, Raccoon, Lauren. Do this one as base. I actually haven't done any of this, so I'm gonna avoid trying to use these. I'm just picking these up just in case. Lauren, Jenog, Oscar, all the watchers on Twitch, and anyone else who I missed. So here's the schedule for this weekend. Tonight, I'll be continuing my playthrough of Saijin the Cyborg Ninja. And tomorrow morning, the continuation of Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm gonna try collecting all 4 pieces of the Beanstar and probably do some mini games because I need to get some more He Beans. There is gonna come a point later in the game where I won't be able to visit the cafe, so, and that's gonna be after a joke's end, I believe. So I'm gonna have to collect everything I have to collect enough beans for the 7 brews. Base only route. Hey Scully. Can't jump up. Part 2. Alright. I'll add your level to the queue after this is done. At the rate you're going, it's going to be the 9th or 10th level. So far, so good. What does Choke mean? It seems like it's something to do with electricity. Or related to. What happened here? Okay. Hey, Buster. Hey, Jaden. Hey, Buster. Yeah, doing fine. In terms of the Superstar Saga stuff, as I said, Beanstar Piece Collection tomorrow morning, plus some mini games, jokes and Tuesday or Wednesday, and then the finale a week from Sunday. Ah, thanks for the explanation, Patio. Could this be it? It is. Just a weapon demo screen. Thank you, Lauren. Your level's been added. It's Barrier Man. It's an okay or decent stage. Yep. Maker tiles only solid in some of their parts. Yeah, that is one thing they probably, I hope they add in the future, which is auto-combine the tiles. Like in Megamix, more of the onus is put on the designer, but in Maker, well, it should be done automatically. March 13th is when my vacation starts, so due to timing, the last stream will be on March 10th, which is going to be, on that day, the finale Superstar Saga, and probably one last stream after that. Second up is I Dare You to Cheese My Level, Part 6 by Queen Monica 2, 27 play score 6. Correct, Buster. Oh no. Missile? Feel free to invite anyone else if you wish. Yep, we beat Mario on Mario Day. Exactly as planned. I do have one question though. After Joke's End, can you access the cafe? Or, after that point, can you not brew more coffees? Thank you, Silent. Oh, I can even access it even during the end game, as in during the whole airship thing. I thought the whole town's locked down by then. I guess that's the exception, but that makes my life a lot easier. I mean, I'll still be here and there, like, I'll still be recording new stuff, just at a reduced pace. It's both to refresh my creative batteries and relax. Whoop, should have jumped. That's why I want to finish Saijin and Superstar Saga. Because oh my good, there is one key game I'll be doing over the break. You'll know me. It is actually the full versions of one of the Let's Tries I did. When that Let's Try is released on Monday, you'll know immediately which one it is. At a reduced rate, yes. Like once every 2 weeks, probably. He'll do pre-recordeds, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Considering how much they pay attention to us, that's surprising. Should use different words for that. But yeah, April Fools, I'll see if I can purchase those games... excuse me. I'll see if I can purchase those games during the Steam Spring Sale. I wonder... Can I cheese this? Yes, I can. But it's very precise, though. Yeah, Bo's release date has been announced. I will say that there's another key game which was unexpected. Or rather, I unexpected to get so early. Maybe. I'm just one of those people who just found RXC to be kind of meh, even on its best days. Get me in. I want the Firestorm. Oh boy. Did I do this backwards? I think I did. Shh. I know. Alright, time to do it the regular way. And get bonked there. And Lauren, please. Don't immediately use all caps. That's why I found it a bit bizarre. I know I can use a skull barrier, but it... especially as it's not as easy to regain special weapon energy. Just for safety. Hey Fire Sawdust, welcome. Yep, Toys for Bob escaped the cod mines. Like, the best part of RXC right now, if I were to buy it, would be the mods. Or level mods. Hang on. Oh, I don't need that. Yes. The Spyro remake was pretty good, and the Crash 4 game, barring 100%, was also pretty good. Let's reset that room. I could make it past, but, you know. I mean, the way this level is structured is more like a variety of challenges. No flying enemies. And Toys for Bob is a different case than the usual. Oh my god. Hang on a sec, I'm fighting two people at once. There's something I need to say about that topic. GG. Alright. I don't think that's what you intended by your advice. When you usually say going indie, you meant making the studio from scratch, but the whole Toys for Bob thing is a different case. In the sense that EA explicitly allowed Toys for Bob to go independent. They actually let the studio go. Spun them off into a different company, keeping the same name. It didn't just outright shut them down like certain other companies have done recently. So the skill and talent's still there. They didn't leave to form their new studio. Sorry, Active Blizzard. But yeah, Toys for Bob was lucky enough to actually stay together as a company. That's the most surprising thing. And as such, you're now independent. Because once the business enters the COD mines, there's no chance for them to get out. Well, until today. I mean, yeah, pretty much all the AAA conglomerates in the gaming industry are in the West are non-ideal, but considering all the maladies and horrifying stuff that's been unveiled over the past few years at Activision Blizzard, yeah, they somehow took the crown for worst gaming company. My issue with Nintendo, I have a few issues with Nintendo, but not. At least it's a better company. At least it's a lot better company to work for. Okay, as for the stage itself, it was kind of like a gauntlet stage with different variety of challenges. I may have accidentally done one of the rooms backwards. Otherwise, it's fine. Special weapon stage. Oh, yeah, that reminds me of the other story about a non-ideal company to work for. And this time was in the VTuber sphere, but that'll be saved for another time. Yeah, Nintendo barely has any, I'd say, bad games as of late. Some of their subsidiaries or related ones may have, but Nintendo themselves, core Nintendo, pretty good. My issue is more with how overly protective they are with their IP at times, and the lack of sales with some of their older games, and some of their weird release cadences or re-releases. Otherwise, yeah. But yeah, save that for but yeah, as Buster was right, save that discussion for another time. Alright, number 3 up is Big Pet's Tower, DK Style, by Oscar, 77 plays, score 34. Whoa, whoa. Okay. DK Style. Gotta get to the top. Precisely, Kirill. If the title was Worst Gaming Company of the Year, then I'd be a lot more okay with that. But literally calling it the worst company in the US or North America, that feels like an overreaction. Well, that's an overreaction. The reason why, of course, is because they ticked off a unified enough base of people. Big Pet's Calamitous Tower. But yeah, the more accurate title is Most Infamous Company. But still... or Most Bad Thing. But still, considering all the other horrific companies that do horrific things, I wouldn't exactly put EA on the top ones. Whoa! I forgot that. Longest Big Pet Tower. Skip the ladder on the left. Whoa, oh boy. I was just about to hold down the spring. There's another way of doing that. Oh, oops. Like, I could have climbed up the towers on the right end. Ah, there you are. See, that was fun. Basically a DK tower. Well, yeah, right now it's a competition between Active Blizzard. Well, they're the winner right now, but once they sort of reform themselves under Microsoft, emphasis on sort of, then it's gonna be a competition between them, EA, Ubisoft, insert other AAA video game companies. But yeah, especially with all the layoffs, it's more of a, I don't know if it's a hot take, I'm gonna say it's my personal opinion. Seeing all the layoffs that are happening in the AAA video game sphere, I feel that this is sort of the start of this may be the start of a correction. I don't know if I don't think I'd call it a crash right now, as some people are calling it, but it's the start of some sort of correction. Of course, the layoffs combined with the recent flops like the ill-conceived Suicide Squad, like high-profile flops. But of course, it's going to take more of them before companies start noticing. And on the flip side, on the more indie gaming sphere, indie gaming slash single A, maybe double A sphere, some titles have been released to pretty big, not acclaim maybe, but have garnered pretty much a lot of attention. See Pal World, Helldivers 2, they garnered pretty large amounts of attention. Pal World, we already discussed how it's it reached the second most peak count of players on Steam, and Helldivers got 10 to 50 times more players than the devs expected to. Another game would be Lethal Company. Small indie title made by one dev, not even that polished, yet it became a viral sensation, or sub-viral sensation. But unfortunately, mass layoffs have been a thing. Like, they tend to be scheduled right at the beginning of the year. Every year I hope there's going to be a change. I don't know when it's going to happen. And yes, the benefit system in the EU is a lot better. Pizza Tower, yeah. There was a statistic on something saying that over 500 games made over $5 million on Steam. I want to see more of that. What I'm saying is, I want to see more smaller hits. Not just a few triple or quadruple or whatever a titles vacuum up all the profit, all the revenue, but a smaller number of titles doing so. That way you get more variety. I don't think Zeekers ever expected Lethal Company to become this large. Like, I mean, going into it, it's pretty rough in a lot of areas. But many props to that single dev. They cashed in, and also thank goodness they support modding so much. Like, modding is one of the reasons why this game is surviving for this long. Gotta collaborate, work together, diversify, advertise. Oh, Enough of this discussion. Let me finish 1 or 2 levels, then I'll continue it. I will say one thing. Okay. This is Pong Challenge by Oscar. But yeah, one of the reasons why Lethal Company survives for this long... modding. Wait a sec. Victory! Oh yeah, what would I think mods could fix X-Dive? Well, I know there's a rebalancing of the characters and weapons, which is very appreciated. The next thing I'd probably say is, redesign the levels to be more distinct from each other, or be a bit more memorable, if that's possible. Especially some of the early levels, maybe some of the mid-game levels. Fifth up is Kill the Knight by Knightliest. 34 play, score 6. It's more of a hope, I don't know how viable it is. I mean, exactly, Sylv. One of the main reasons Minecraft has survived for so long is thanks to the many different mods available for it. I know the younger audience also helps, but it wouldn't be such a massive sensation if it didn't have that much extensibility. Super Arrow, my beloved. I'm taking you on a trip, Sniper Armor. Bye. Couldn't use a checkpoint, I've been ramming into absolutely everything. What did you say? Yeah, he got treated to arrows. Yeah, that's where I found this level, Mega Marino stream. Oh my gosh. Glorious checkpoint. Hey Roger, it has been a long time. I'll talk about the whole Modus Entertainment stuff, after Jedok's level. That was unintentional skill. Too low. Why did you delete that message? Hang on. Let me see that. What rule? I wouldn't delete that message, it's there. How do I undelete messages? Okay. Just repost the message so others can see itself. Or I'll just copy and paste it. Yeah, that's another discussion. I'll talk about that after this stage. Okay, I'll reschedule it. Let me finish this stage and I'll talk about Modus Entertainment, then I'll talk about that thing. Your message, Sylv. Pretty fun stage involving the super arrow. As I said throughout this playthrough, one of my favorite weapons from Mega Man 5 was a super arrow. For being a utility weapon, it's actually fairly decent, but its main power is being able to go fast with it. Now you double posted. Yes. Get down! Nightman, where are you going? Man, when Mega Marino played a stage, Nightman didn't decide to jump everywhere. Nightman didn't want to escape into space. Oh, thank goodness. It's over. Nightman tried to escape from the battle, but he failed. It wasn't brought... It's not been brought up for a while, and it's the first time it's been brought up here. Alright, Modus Entertainment, yeah. The thing they did with the main 6 devs was very dirty. And then they released the last 2 characters in a broken state. You know, infinite combos and... I mean, when I say broken unfinished state, I mean one of the fighting characters there, they have an infinite stall and have an infinite combo, which it is not. An infinite combo is not that difficult to pull off. Like, come on, if you're gonna lay off the entire development studio, at least do it after the DLC characters are fully complete. But yeah, it's real unfortunate. I was really hoping that the story mode would be completed. Oh well. This is why... Oh no. Not this thing. Ugh. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to pause. I hate I have to do this discussion now, but I guess I have to. Alright, let me respond to Sil first, and I'll do the other. Oh, Buster had a point too. Nintendo has a vested interest in only releasing exclusives on their platform. Yeah, of course. Because as a console maker, they want more people to actually play on their consoles and buy more of them, hence their interest to put it there. Sony, Microsoft, and in the past Sega had the same thing. That's how they do it. It makes business sense. But Nintendo's full of old farts. Yeah. I agree with that. See, on one hand, the pro-consumer thing would be to allow cross-platform releases on the PC as well. Like, okay, give a short delay, but release on PC as well. That'd be the more pro-consumer thing. However, the more pro-business move or pro-business strategy would be to make it a console exclusive to allow more buy-in. And I mean, I'm trying to figure out the way to formulate this answer. Okay, I'm gonna say this. The emulators, it's both fair and... I'm gonna have to say a nuanced way in saying the emulators because... in many senses, yeah, the emulators are better. In other senses, not quite. Like, for older consoles, I would agree. But for newer consoles, it's not quite. Like, they haven't been fully developed out yet. Not to mention that the requirements for running the emulators at optimal speeds for the newer generations is higher than actually buying the consoles themselves. And for most people, if they buy the Nintendo console, they also only purchase a few games for it, so the overall cost is lower than buying a strong enough PC to then play using the emulator. Not to mention, for the latest generation, you need the decryption keys, or encryption keys. I need to pause the music on this because it's getting a bit annoying. That's a bit better. At the same time, though, especially with some of the like Wii U and onwards, I feel some of the comparisons to emulators is a bit unfair because the Nintendo consoles for a while now have been deliberately underpowered. Like, they're not competing with Sony and Microsoft in terms of raw console strength, but more in terms of unique games and their history and brand image. So in some ways, yeah, the emulators provide a better experience, but you need a computer with better horsepower. Like, I'll dare say it, Breath of the Wild on CMU provides a better experience than Breath of the Wild on the console, but the console Wii U is kind of underpowered, especially the computers even back a few years back. So, uh, yeah. I mean, Switch 2, if they do it, I hope they do something, they call it something better than Switch U, because oof. And yeah, Sony and Microsoft did that, and we know the end of that story. More sales. I mean, Microsoft's realized that they can't just compete on their own console. Microsoft's real business strategy is the cloud right now. So for them, the optimal strategy is get their games on as many platforms as possible. Like, they are pivoting to that. So, and keep in mind, I don't consider piracy theft. Not necessarily. Not to mention, in recent times, when you buy a piece of software, you're buying a license for it, not the actual physical thing, or a physical or a copy of that. But really, the whole reason Nintendo's doing this whole thing is to protect their bottom line and their strategy. Microsoft is pivoting to cloud, so that's why they're releasing on multiple platforms. Sony is realizing that, oh, they're losing a lot of sales on the table. There's also the situation where many games don't actually get re-released for other platforms, or it takes a long time for them to be. And sometimes the re-releases are remixes or remasters, which change up a lot of things. That's where emulation comes in handy. Um, like Microsoft, I feel has the better leverage here because they have one of the most popular operating systems on the planet on PC. I feel like Sony is the one that is the most at risk here, or Sony games. I don't consider it necessarily theft, but I will agree that it depends on who you're pirating, what organization you're pirating from, and for what reason. I said this before and I'll say it again. If there's no way you can actually pay for a product, when I say no way, I mean in the sense that the financial processors will not allow you to send your money to them, then yeah, piracy's I that's fine. Or there's no sensible way you'll ever be able to afford it, sure, that's fine too. But once you get to the places where you can actually reasonably pay them and it's reasonably sendable, then it depends on the size of the company and whatnot. Of course, I also say that if you really want to show the quote unquote middle finger to bigger companies, don't even pirate their games. Just play something else. Don't give them attention. Save that for more indies. I do. I like the music. I love the music, graphical style, and at least half the gameplay. But yeah, please re-release Unleashed. Anyways, we had this whole 10-minute detour, 10-15-minute detour. Let's do some more levels, please. I mean, Unleashed is not even the worst. Unleashed isn't even the worst example, or biggest example of that. Like, think of all those games that are abandonware or worse. Their rights are confused, or even are stuck in the company back catalogs or worse. Their copyrights are in a confusing. The rights are in a confusing state of holding, or their companies are dissolved. You have to wait. You have to wait many decades for them to enter the public domain. Anyways, 6th up is Blockman Training Alley by Jedok. 34 plays, score of 9. Anyways. But as for the whole discussion about the suit, I am not going to say anything about that until I fully read the paper and research. I don't want to spread misinformation on this platform. I'm gonna say this before moving on to... Oh my goodness, whoa. Alright. For Microsoft, going cross-platform helped the brand. Like, look at Xbox Game Pass. Play anywhere. Even for Sony, they saw the writing on the wall and saw that, wait, they're leaving a lot of money on the table by not being console exclusive. I mean, they still have console exclusives, they just time delayed them. Whoop. Whoop. Block to the head. This is a certified Impact Man moment. Like, people are realizing that, wait a minute, why should I pay for console exclusives from one platform or another when they're close enough, or just for this small number of games? I disagree with that. Oh my goodness. I disagree with that, Buster, but the reason is because when Microsoft's trying to pivot to cloud... I mean, Microsoft's main business is cloud, and the reason why they're offering Game Pass so cheaply... Oops. The reason why they're offering Game Pass so cheaply is so they can get more customers in. They're basically doing what Netflix did earlier with the cheaper prices. They're going to try getting as many people on the platform, and then they'll raise the prices. I mean, if you look at the Microsoft games as individuals, then yeah, it seems why they're doing that. But taken as a more overall unit, neat. Again, the whole point of Game Pass is that right now it's a loss leader. They're trying to get as many customers into their cloud platforms before they'll raise the rates. And the reason why they didn't just put the rates at a sustainable price in the first place is because, well, then it'd be too expensive for a lot of people. But by setting it at a lower rate and then raising it later, well, you have a lot more customers already into the platform, and they'd be more willing to pay higher prices. Oh no. Oops. Maker moment. Do you have a source for that, Buster? I'd like to read that article about that. The whole thing about an unsustainable business model applies to a lot of different platforms at the start. Like, there's a term for it, There's a term for it where a lot of big platforms start out being very friendly to consumers, but then they start releasing... They then start tightening the reins, either making it more expensive and/or... Okay, making it more expensive, advertiser-friendly, remove features, etc. Remember, there are a lot of opinions I don't necessarily agree with, but I won't just delete them unless I won't just automatically delete them. Deleted. I did delete that block though. But yeah, on the article about the Game Pass thing, could you send it to me, Buster? I guess the world ate it. I'm not accusing you of lying. It's just something interesting I'd like to see. Like, it's not ideal. Of course, it's not ideal because of the cut, but... Alright, I understand why this got a negative score, because block droppers. But it was pretty fun, actually. One of my favorite levels of the episode, in fact. For a special weapon challenge focused on the block dropper, it's like the superhero stage in Kill the Knight. This one felt a bit more like training. The previous one felt more like a challenging level. So yeah, this is my co-favorite level for now. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. And we are back. Alright. Nice refreshing pause. I've read the articles. One of which I actually read in the past. That's a lot more along the lines of my opinion, overall opinion on Game Pass. Like, I don't think it's overall bad, but it's kind of... So I wanted to see more of a breakdown in numbers or based off of sales. But this reinforces my opinion that, at least for indie devs, it's... Game Pass can be a boon or it can be a bust. But they do have the point that, well, when you have access to that many games for the same initial price point, yeah. It can result in a lot more people who would just sample a title for 10 or 20 minutes and then leave for another one. As opposed to, for example, buying the game outright, which incentivizes a lot more people to play for longer, I guess. Thank you for sticking by, Krill. Hey, Iwumi. But yeah, my opinion is I don't really expect these streaming platforms. I expect the streaming platforms to take a similar route to. I expect the game subscription services, to follow similar trajectory as the movie and TV show streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus. Similar, but not exactly. Like, I don't expect there to be a 10 to 20 game subscription services. But I suspect there's going to be some price hikes and more restricted catalog. So enjoy the lower prices while you still can. In general though, when you have indie titles, I prefer to purchase them outright, so I can get back and play them later instead of having to only be able to play them while I have a subscription. Like, there are certain games I will sample or play on subscription if I have it, but generally, especially for AAA titles or AA titles, because yeah, but indies purchase outright usually. Yep, and enjoy or endure the game subscription service bubble while you have to. It popped for TV. It's popping or has popped for TV and movies. It's gonna come for anything. This is all just a ploy to get more customers in and lock them in, so to speak. That hypothesis... I don't know if I put as much credence on that. It does make sense. It will pull sales away from them, but in that case, it's a balancing act between how many indie devs would just decide to not release on Nintendo platforms versus how many more sales Nintendo gets from their own back catalog. Not $15 a day. But right now, Xbox Game Pass, I'm using that as an example, is $10 a month, about. Okay, let me check that. I want to get that accurate because I don't want to give... Okay. Pricing. Yeah, $10 a month. I'm just saying that in the future, expect it to raise to something like 20 or 25. And for there to be more tiers too. Keep in mind though, I'm saying I'm putting my business hat on here. If I were to put my consumer hat on though, well, then I'll say that preservation is really important, and a game being available on more platforms is better for the consumer, most of the time. And yeah, speaking as someone who actually worked on at least 2 preservation projects, yeah, VC going the way of the dodo is... that's what it's meant by now. Quite a backlash from that community. And emulators are an important part of preservation, but they can't be the be-all, end-all. Like, they're not... I wouldn't say they don't 100% replicate the experience of the older titles, because it's just more than the games themselves. It's also the platform you play on, the controller, the environment. Even sometimes the software emulation isn't 100%. It's good enough in many cases, but not quite 100%. Alright, 7th up is MM Plus Remix, The Destroyer Stage Plus Mode by Fire Sawdust. 6 plays, score 3. This stream has turned half into Mega Man excuse me. This stream has turned half into yeah, okay. It's turned half in the maker, half in the video game industry discussion. So business as usual. But it shouldn't... I'm gonna extend that statement. It shouldn't be on us to help preserve the games. It should be more on the... It should be on the base companies themselves. I almost made it. Can you resubmit your level just to be sure, so I didn't accidentally post the wrong one? As you know, YouTube may eat some of the IDs. Alright, got it this time. Left. Thank you, I'll check. Nintendo is a big offender of not reducing prices for older games. Yes. It's not too late. Whoa. Alright, this remix is better than the original. I mean, I would prefer to buy individual titles as well. I'm kind of leery of subscription services. Like, what happens when a company decides they want to remove one of their titles from the service? Want to or forced to because of rights. If you buy the individual game, well, you still have the files or whatever, so you can still play it. I'm not gonna count games as the service titles because that's a whole different other discussion. Or those with online requirements. At the very least, I'd just be happy if the companies just release ROMs. Like saying, alright, here's the game. Play it on whichever platform you want. Emulator or what else. Mainly for the older ones. And that ties into how much I dislike how lengthy the copyright terms are. Like, it doesn't have... The majority of the sales the majority of the sales a company will make from their IP happens within the first 20 to 25 years. Or in this case, game. After that point, they might as well just release it to the public domain. Okay, it's bad enough when you have the major multimedia companies which do it, but the worst part is for the companies or for the products or IPs, games, episodes, TV series, movies, animations, what have you, whose rights are in a state of flux or unknown. Oh boy. Or the company just vaporized itself. Or the company doesn't exist anymore. Like, one of my favorite games growing up was the game Toy Commander. But the company, no cliche, is defunct. So the only way to play the game right now is to get it off an abandonware website. Oh my goodness. Victory! That's the saddest part. Like, I'm gonna throw a statistic out there which is unsourced, but I feel like 80 to 90% of the stuff or content released could have easily entered the public domain had the public domain terms not been 70, 80 years. Like, okay, sure, the big multimedia companies can extend it to 90, 100 years. Like, if I were to propose a compromise, okay, let the companies have their copyright periods go up to 90 years, but they have to keep renewing it every 20 years. Or every 10 to 15 years. That way the companies who go defunct, their IPs can actually enter the public domain and people can use them without fear of being legally attacked. Yeah, don't you just love fully single-player capable games that become completely unplayable on a whim because the always-on service breaks? Not just talking about the multiplayer modes, single-player, or even games as a service. Business and art can work hand in hand, but... in many cases, they have diverging interests. They make awesome candy, but they are very particular with the candy they make and how they would sometimes like you to eat it. Yeah, 1000-Year-Old Door, great game, gonna play it, but... And the remaster is available on all modern platforms, which is good. Why does the copyrighted stuff last so many years? One word. Disney. I mean, yeah, no one really cares if you emulate, but It's a better peace of mind if it's fully legal, though. It's kind of the principle of it. Like, yeah, sure, most companies won't even care because why go against the individuals? If they go after that many individuals, it would be such a PR disaster for them that it would harm them much more than the quote-unquote harm they're getting from the people playing the really obscure old titles. But again, it's more the principle of it. I would prefer if these forgotten by either people and or companies' titles actually enter the legal domain. It really helps then on the fan sphere. Yeah, if the game's old enough, might as well just emulate it. Again, I'm of the opinion that most of the money a game will make is within the first 20 to 25 years. After that, it should probably enter the public domain. Or something similar to it. Oh no, Janoc, Mickey's not in the public domain. It's just Steamboat Willie. Which is why it was surprising why they didn't extend it for Steamboat Willie. Then again, I guess they figured out that, it's been long enough. But yeah, that's the main thing. For a business, one of the best things or best end results is not having to compete. When you don't have to compete, you can charge higher prices and you don't have to worry as much about quality and innovation. Emulation, I believe, is mostly legal here, but ROMs, the main issue is with ROMs and the whole encryption-decryption thing. And honestly, emulation should be legal. I agree. Okay. Continuing on. But yeah, who knows if it'll stick that way thanks to out-of-touch policymakers. Alright. Eighth up is Frozen Jungle by Sunflora Azumarill with 61 plays and a score of 16. Roll time. I mean, yeah, that's the funny thing. Of the many companies we discuss about the whole emulating older games thing, the only company who really seems to care that much is Nintendo. The rest don't seem to... The rest may just pay lip service to say that we discourage the use of that, or we dissuade people from doing that, but they don't really go after people. I mean, I think the closest thing maybe if they're making money off of those ROMs, because no, that's a no-no. Otherwise, yeah. That's how we do it. Companies are in their full right to go after the ROM distribution sites. Like, if they do that, I don't really shed as many tears, other than on the preservation front sometimes. But yeah. Like, if you're releasing ROMs or ISOs or EXEs of currently released games or recently released, then yeah. If your site gets shut down or DMCA'd or lettered, I don't really have much sympathy. But for really old titles, Oh my. Thanks to the rock. Oh yeah, it goes back to what I was saying. If there's no reasonable way to purchase or download a product, then yeah, feel free to pirate it. How do I do this? Oh, beat. Like the Final Fantasy DS games, like, is there a reasonable way to buy that, to play those games without downloading the ROM for it? Like, you can't even really purchase them. Although that's also Square Enix's fault, but... Tango? That was strange. Wait. I mean, if the product's not even being sold... Okay, go down? Yeah. If the product's not even being sold anymore, then... Well, downloading the ROM is the only avenue, so... I'm not gonna criticize that. Hang on a second. It's alright, Queen Monica. Grab the M and the jewels. Well, for situations where the games are not being released, I usually just go to the dev and or publisher first. Like for the Final Fantasy DS games, I blame Square Enix more for that. Let me true. Oh, this sucks. Just don't turn your back on me and we win. How do I push you? Oh, right. If I had another character, I could potentially do that. Give me a sec so I can see the message. I need to get to a safer area because this lives up to its name as being a frozen jungle. And I'm playing as a character whose broom makes some of these jumps and sections a lot trickier. Like anytime I'm on top of those ice cubes, there's a risk of me just shattering the cube outright. Okay, don't go there. Jump down. You could make it more obvious where you're supposed to go to next. Okay, message. You aren't the baddie. You aren't the baddie, Jaden. I just feel like you're giving Nintendo a lot more sympathy than they probably should. Nintendo's a big multinational corporation. They don't really care about you. I consider some of their decisions understandable, but others are really... Oh my goodness. I linked the queue in the description below, but if that doesn't go, here it is. I'm gonna reorganize the list a bit. Ah yes, there's another stream tonight. Again, they're not a small indie they're not a small to medium-sized indie dev studio. And the number of people whose pirate their titles is vastly outnumbered by the number of people who legitimately purchase their titles by a pretty large margin. Oh man, I picked the worst character for the stage. I should have picked Base. Yeah, I would have liked the warning there. Yeah, the main issue with the stage so far is telegraphing when you need to jump down. Like on a few screens I was wondering, wait, should I have gone to the left? Other way? That's fair. You do you. Alright, see you later, Jaden. Oh my... yeah, okay, did it. At least the boss fight rolls so much easier. It has to meet individual challenges, but... And some of them, a lot of them were made harder because I was playing as role, but... There needs to be better telegraphing when you need to jump down, I gotta say. Like distinguishing the progression pits with the bottomless ones. Oh, I've done this stage in the past before. I did this stage back in episode 693. So let me pick a different stage from you. Nope. This is what they sent. Now I'm looking back, before G-Pocket they sent the level ID 560919. See? So, let me pick a different, I can't really pick a different stage by then because the other stage is a demo. So, I'm not going to replay levels I already did in the past. So, okay. Let me do this. Okay. The patio time. Ninth up is Powertrons Part 2, Episode 1, Hack City Part 1, Getting the Mission, Violet Patio, 214 plays, score of 89. Let's see who the new villain is. Meanwhile, at Powertron's HQ, are we gonna get new Ranger forms? Black Carson, Green Logan, Yellow Stu, Blue Jiffany, Pink Julie, I'll do this one for now. I'm gonna rearrange the levels a bit, but yeah, you're gonna be 11 or 12. Ah, Stuart. I was thinking Stu? Ah, the highway. Classic starting. Too bad we can't enter buildings. Excuse me, whoops. Yeah, I forgot to change the music. Hang on. I can do that right now. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, the page didn't update. I actually fixed the order, but the page didn't update it. So, refresh the page, it should have the correct level order right now. Where are you? Level discuss submission. That should be an easy fix. There we go. I mean, that also fits for an intro stage team. But I like this one a lot better. I do sometimes reorder the stages in terms of difficulty or requests. That's why, for example, I almost never have a patio stage as one of the first levels, because oh goodness, sometimes I don't want to start with a very... Often I don't want to start with a very difficult level. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Thought I could spam. I thought wrong. It's time to Tronify. That wasn't that hard to Tronify. Well, that's because a lot of other people submitted the levels before you. Like, between your last level and today, PJ, Queen Monica... Okay, last week, PJ and Queen Monica, Oscar, they submitted levels. Jedok came in between, Nightly also sent a level, and at the start, in the levels submission folder, Fire Sawdust and Sunflower sent levels. The Patio sent these two stages pretty much in the past, so that puts you, Leaf Boy, at 11. So that was Intro Stage Part 1. Let's do Intro Stage Part 2, which is the Team United, 101 play score 45. Then we'll get to Leaf Boy's level. Now that we transformed into the Sentai, we're gonna deal with whatever this evil team's called now. You can submit up to 2 levels at a time, but no more please. This is to prevent issues with people submitting, for example, dozens of levels, because this has been a problem in the past. Now, if you do have to submit dozens, like for a level pack, please send it to the Discord server. Gosh. I know, I missed some pickups. I love Shockman's team. Oh no. Oh shoot. So I do need to get all of them. Yeah, Rock Forest's soundtrack is one of my favorite Mega Man ones. Yeah, I thought that was for an optional collectible. In reality, no, it's mandatory. That's what I was worried about earlier. Race him to the end. You're on. Well, not really race, but survive. Hang on a sec. I forgot. Right. But you do give warnings. Let me guess. I guessed correctly. It was obvious. Depowering. Now we fight without the Beetleborg suit. Luckily we have a super broom. And we charge back up. Tank? Oh yeah, the Megaborg encounter. Oh, come on. There we go. Tank destroyed. Well, she's swinging the broom very hard, so it's not really that embarrassing. Hello, Christopher. So, neat start to Powertrons 2, although Lepadio has warned me that it's gonna be tougher than the first pack, which is... By the end game, it's gonna be painful then. 11th up is Barrier Man by Leaf Boy. 39 plays, score of 19. You're up, Lauren. Let's see how better this is than your last two. Beginning in the desert. Okay, do this as roll. Okay, that is cool. Boing. I would actually make this the first instance of the blocks bouncing off the balls, but the way you did it also works. That is a bit of a tricky section if you're not playing as a projectile character. Yeah, this is a lot cooler than almost anything you pulled off in your last stage, Lauren. Whoops, that's my bad. Daggerman has some differences in AI between SFR and Rock and Roll. And the Magmal 2 version is based off the hard mode, I think. But Daggerman Magmal 2 is based off of the harder difficulty version of Dagger. Which is what threw a lot of people off guard because they didn't play Super Fighting Robot on the harder difficulties. Yeah, this is actually really cool because they're making fun uses of the blocks on the bouncy balls. You're using the mechanics throughout the stage in fun ways and developing them. Although I kind of disagree with the introductions and some of the difficulty progression. My solution to them is to reorder some of the challenges, but that requires a bit more playing. Of course not. Well, to be fair, almost immediately Top Man acted differently in the fight. He's based off of Burst Man Top Man. Sorry. He's based off of Burst Chaser's Top Man or Air Signing Top Man, but it is different. To be fair, I was expecting him to be different because I playtested the original stage. Alright, this is an escalation of the previous challenge we've seen. I like it. This time you need to be more careful because the bounce timings are different. Although, this final screen was easier than the earlier screen with the Rock Thrones. The Rock Throne should have been... the heavy bouncing blocks should have been... Okay. The final screen should have been 3 heavy bouncing blocks with a Rock Throne on the right. So overall, this is your best stage yet. I know some of the other gimmicks like the rollers didn't get quite as much development. But the novel use of a mechanic combo that, although other stages have used, isn't as quite commonly used as other mechanic combinations or solo mechanics, makes the stage stand out to me. Super Fighting Robot W? So yeah, compared with your other stages, I'd say this deserves a thumbs up. It's still a bit rough at a few spots, but overall it hits more than it misses. Which is funny because Rock and Roll was released before 11, so if anything, other way around. Alright, last level. So the 12th and final level of the stream is Everdream Summit by G-Pocket. 22 plays, score 7. Ready start. Also, Chillman's Leaf Boomerang is just way too good. Whoops, I did the wrong order. Alright, this is gonna be a stage focused on use of the sheepman blocks. The charge shot missed. It is looking pretty cool, actually. It kind of reminds me of the previous stage, but more tightly designed. Eleven does have some differences based off the difficulty. See Torchman. But, the lights out things are just to slow you down a bit. Indeed. And for the most part, bosses got harder to hard mode. I say most because there's some... Well, we'll get to that. I'll save that discussion for another time. Oh, hello. They are not 100% random, though. Also, forced boss order. Well, it is more constrained, but it's not completely forced. Being taken down. Welp. Still hit me with the baseball. Thank you, Bubble Crabs. Yeah, this is one of the most tight... This is one of the most tight, well-designed stages of this episode. Like, I thought Nightliest or Jerox 74 stages would be my favorite, but I'd say this eclipses both of them in terms of the visual flair and level design. I like how this episode has at least 5 or 6 solid levels. Oh no. If I failed that jump, I'd be doomed. Excuse me. Alright, that didn't quite work, so lasering it up. I still make that an E-tank because that isn't too difficult of a challenge with the slide jump. You don't have to get a weapon to beat Burner Man. I disagree with that. Unless you're talking about fighting with base. Like, the boss difficulty also kind of depends on who you're playing as. Like, I find Dynamo and Burner Man to be a lot more frustrating with base. G to the G. I mean, speaking as someone who played the game as both Mega Man and Base, I can beat all the bosses. I can beat all the RMs comfortably with Mega Man with his charge shot. With Base, though, especially with the Dynamo Man, I would want his weakness because of his RNG recharge phase, which is a pain to deal with Base, unless you have that upgrade. Alright, you did awesome there, G-Pocket. So overall, of the 12 levels I covered in today's stream, my favorite one would definitely be Everdream Summit by G-Pocket, with 2 honorable mentions going to Kill the Night by Nightlius and Blockman's Training Alley by Jedox74. Thanks to you, Tree. Thank you very much to you, Tree. And thank you to everyone else who submitted levels to me. It's really appreciated. So, give me a sec to fix this up. Ah, there we go. Oh cool, some music. Sorry, Pixel Boy, out of time. I didn't, Pixel Boy. I just ran out of time. Calm down, please. Remember, not everyone's levels can be covered. But it will be covered next week. In any case, let's switch up the music around. So, with all of that said and done, it is time for the art showcase. And instead of the usual where I pick the music from YouTube, I'm gonna pick it from one of my viewers, or in this case, Mod, Daibuman. Laura Meridia. Tying up loose end. Last batch of pre-14 art. Blem. Or is it blep? Okay. I'm not... warning about spoilers. If you want to play Pokemon Reborn, look away for the next 1 or 2 minutes. I'll say when you can look back. So look away in 3, 2, 1, go. Wearing high heels. Cool shirtless dude. Nice abs. Nice. Oh, It's kind of cropping the left side. Hang on a minute. Put this here for now. Ooh, freaky. Cool hairdo though. I have many thoughts about this design. I have many thoughts about this character based on her design. Her as well. Yeah, his and her design screams important. But in what way? RM Nebula Man. Originally Phaser Laser Man in the old days. Team Space, good point, smart, helpful. Bad point, clumsy, distractible. Like shooting stars, space exploration. Dislike Star Droid's evil energy. Beware of Hammer. Stop. Hammer time. Didn't think Amy was to stand. Added Oshi made, could use some work. Neat. Alright. Iron Blue Intention. Belts. Oh, wait, what happened? Alright. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to play it on a different tab. Give me a sec. That's better. Belts. Ooh. GameCube aesthetic. GameCube stylized. GameCube, or is it Wii actually? It could be Wii, but it's definitely cel shaded. Yep. I'm aware. I don't always post it. I don't always play it because of the risk of copyrights. Wii is a little bit higher fidelity because of more experience. Who's your favorite partner, Pokemon? Or starter? Happy late birthday, Oscar. Happy Pokemon Day, M2. I am a comedy genius. I have no idea who she is. Seems like she's important. Weezer. Weezer Entertainment. Palm Tree Panic animation meme. Okay, I'll pause this. Palm Tree Panic passed. Aw, cute pause. They deserve all the head pets. Yuki-kun. This is totally adorable. Alright, next song. Rainbow Cemetery. Grisel Raid. Art. Cinnamon, you remind me of a cute critter. A critter? What kind of critter? Grrr. Squirrel. Mega Man recharged. I mean, I totally shipped them. I see. Got the Monster Energy can in the middle too. Ooh. I'll double... okay. Drawing... oh, Saoshin. They're a very good artist. Drawing cheeseburger, catsup, and mouse stirred from chicken nugget. Shading, cleaning up the line work, adding fur. Yeah. Aww. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, Respire Mercury's odd cousin and Tendril Man. Quad tendrils. Is the world in good or bad hands? I don't know. Depends on how Anya is raised. Alright, some fix. And thus, this concludes the art showcase, and subsequently the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone who either submitted their levels, submitted their art, or just participated in chat. It's due to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for the channel. It is really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on X Mastodon, co-host, and Blue Sky as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play